talking about the Etruscan Tarot. I picked this up in an antique shop one day. It was sitting on the top of a shelf with some kitchenware stuff. It wasn't in a display or anything. It was just kind of sitting on the top of a rack. And I saw it like this, had a rubber band around it, didn't even have a box. And it intrigued me because I like picking up tarot cards. I enjoy them. And so I took it to the front counter, and I think I paid a couple bucks for it, not a whole lot. It's a nice little book here that talks about who are the Etruscans, and a note about Etruscan language, and a little bit about coming to the deck, an introduction to tarot for beginners, and a little bit of definition about the cards. And then what I really liked about it, what was really intriguing, is it's got 4 different languages down at the bottom. It's got the name of the card at the top, the Devil, and Il Diavolo. I believe that's the Etruscan language. No, it's not. But anyway, it's got different languages on the cards. So that was intriguing. And then the pictures are very, very nice. From my understanding, these are recreated from paintings found, historical artwork found from the Etruscan civilization, and they filled in the blanks, basically. They took what they saw and created more up-to-date artwork for it. I'm just going to give it a couple shuffles, and I always forget to take out that card. This is a list of tarots published in the same series by Los Scarabeo in Italy. And they've got a whole different set that maybe I will go and look up and try and find those too, because they seem very intriguing. So let's go ahead and we will do some shuffling. And while I'm shuffling, I'll go ahead and say I do not do personal readings. This is not a personal reading or a general reading. Do not give power to the cards. They do not have any power beyond your own imagination. I use the cards to spark my own imagination to find creative solutions to problems that I have. I believe everyone is born with intuition. We all have the knowledge we need. It's just sometimes we get bogged down with the day-to-day and we forget that we already know everything we need to know. As for love or things like that, I subscribe to the philosophy of the genie in the Aladdin movies, the Disney Aladdin movie, in that you can't make somebody fall in love with you. You can't bring back the dead. There are certain rules and ethics along with that. I don't bring astrology into this. And if you're looking to the cards to find out, are they coming back? As I've said before, and I'll keep saying again, if someone is left, if a relationship has ended, don't go out of your way to bring things back in your life that maybe are supposed to be gone. It takes 2 people to make a relationship. So that and that is more a matter of communication and knowing yourself. All right, I feel like this is good. I'm going to go ahead and put some cards out here. And I don't read reversals. I read the card at face value. But I understand that every situation has a positive and a negative side. So take all aspects of the card from what you see on top. And if it's a positive situation, take the positive. If it's a negative situation, take the negative. Like I said, it's all about your imagination. The first card we have is the 9 of Wands. And then we have the 8 of Cups. We have the 2 of Wands. And the Ace of Cups. All right, the 9 of Wands. 9s are about reflection, You're almost there to the end of whatever it is. Here he's standing on guard, and I believe we had this card last week in the Rider-Waite deck. You notice he's on guard at the wall. He's got his shield, he's got his rod, his staff, and all the staffs are lined up, looking around, assessing the situation. He's on guard. Is anything else coming? You know, or what's going on next? Assessing the situation. The Eight of Cups. All the cups are around him or behind him, and he's looking the other direction, either moving away from them or just not seeing them, giving up, going on your own way. We have the Two of Wands. Twos are about balancing, which to which, and he's got two of his staffs here, and he's balancing out the situation. And then the Ace of Cups. Aces are beginnings, new things, and the cups are talking about flow. This is emotions, this is relationships. So this is a new beginnings for relationship, for partnership, for interpersonal, for emotions, for flow. Then here we have the Judgment card. It's a major arcana. And we see the person is tied to the tree, the authority is in front of them, the angels are over them for mercy, but this is the final decision. This is, you know, the verdict, the outcome. Two of Pentacles, again, twos are about balancing. This is about balancing the finances, balancing the assets, balancing the strengths, your job, your trade, things like that. We have the Moon card, major arcana, and then we have the Ten of Cups. And tens are about completion, and cups are about relationships. All right, so what I see, the person is been through it all and knows they're almost to the end, you know, and reassessing, are we finished here? You know, is there anything else going to come at me? Have I got all my ideas together? Am I ready? And the Judgment card underneath it, to me, says the same thing. It's come down, okay? This is the final verdict. It's coming. It's on the way. The Eight of Cups. Leaving behind, breaking ties, leaving people behind, and making the best choices for the future, for your assets and things like that. Sometimes we have to let go of people and places and things that no longer serve us, that are no longer good for us, in order to, and with that, we also balance out our physical assets. Sometimes we hold on to relationships and let go of the concrete things. We give up ourselves and our brains. In my case, the thing that's coming through my head right now is like that, the stay-at-home mom who gave up all her careers, all her personal hopes and fears, and is hoping that in the end, what do I have now? What do I have that's concrete? We're moving on from that, from being, you know, the stay-at-home mom, looking at a career, looking at a future, and balancing out, what have I got? Taking stock, taking inventory of our assets. What can I do? What do I own? That sort of thing. The Two of Wands, these are ideas. Maybe it's two paths. Maybe it's two directions. The wands, the rods, the staves, they all deal with spark. I call them the matches because that's how you start a fire, is with spark. So he's got two different sparks here, assessing them, weighing them, and the moon. The moon is mysticism, the night. There's still light, but it's dim, it's darker, and there are shadows, and you don't know what's in the shadows. And the moon can mean hidden things, intuition. So it's hard to make this decision because there's still some things that are unclear about it. Then we have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a new beginning. And with cups, we're talking about partnerships. We're talking about emotions. We're talking about looking at things a different way, emotionally. Self-esteem, can play a big part. And then the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is all your cups are full. Look, here we have, you know, the partners here with someone nearby, surrounded, family, friends, home. The cups are all full. So this new beginning, this happy home, this happy emotional state that we're looking for is coming, and it can be achieved by these steps. I hope you've enjoyed this reading today on Tarot Tuesday, and I look forward to seeing you next week.